I hear this kind of question a lot. As a musician, how do I, both while practicing, how do I enjoy the process? And how do I also ensure that I'm making progress? It seems like there's a contradiction between those. But yeah, you need to enjoy the process. It's extremely important. So in this video, I want to talk about 4 reasons why you might not be enjoying the process and what you can do about that. So the first thing is, if you want to enjoy what you're doing, you have to be paying attention to what you're doing. This is extremely important. What does it mean to pay attention to what you're doing? There's so much that goes on while you're practicing. There's physical sensations. There's the sound of the music that you're making. There's thoughts. There's feelings that you have. There's urges that you might have. You hear something, you feel something, and you have the urge to respond in a certain way. Everything that you do, that's all this whole very complex picture. If you're paying attention to what's happening, there's absolutely no way you can't be enjoying it on some level. You can't be bored while you're paying attention to what's happening. All right, that's number 1. Number 2, if you want to enjoy what you're doing, you have to listen to yourself. Now, I don't mean listen to the sound that comes out of the instrument. I mean, you have to listen to what's going on inside of you. Do you want to be doing this? Is this your idea to be practicing? Is this your idea to be studying this instrument? If it's not, how can you possibly think that you're going to be enjoying it? This is really hard to do, by the way, because our culture teaches us that we're supposed to be doing lots of things that we have no interest in doing. We're supposed to just deal with it. That cannot work. You have to pay attention to what you want. Number 3, if you want to enjoy what you're doing, and especially what you're doing is you're trying to learn a skill, you're practicing a skill, you're going to make mistakes, which means you need to learn to enjoy those mistakes. If you don't enjoy them, that's the process of practicing. That's what it is. That's what it means to practice. It means you're going to be making lots of mistakes. There's no possible way that you can enjoy practicing if you don't enjoy making mistakes. So you have to find a way to enjoy that. It's definitely possible. Now, if you want advice on how to do that, I suggest you check out my free course, which I call How to Make Mistakes Without Getting Completely Derailed. And in this course, I teach how to pay attention to mistakes and what happens during mistakes so that you can find a way to get more in touch with that process and find a way to make it more meaningful to you and a way to so that you can stay focused and balanced and that you can take those mistakes and actually learn something from them rather than trying to eliminate mistakes. Now, yeah, of course, we don't want mistakes all over the place. I mean, that's what the end product should look like, right? Okay, fine, but that's, you can't get there by not making mistakes. And if your way of practicing is to avoid mistakes, if that's at all costs, it's not going to get off the ground. Or if it does, it's going to be really painful. Number 4, if you want to enjoy what you're doing, you have to be open to taking risks. You have to do it gladly. If there's no risk, then there is no possibility for any reward. So take risks. When you have a feeling of excitement, a feeling of possibility, maybe this will work, maybe it won't work. Well, try it and see. Yes, there may be a failure. Something might go horribly wrong, but that's the game that we're in here. So take risks. Get used to that feeling of excitement, because that is the difference between enjoying what you're doing and the whole thing feeling like a complete obligation, a complete, just a total drag. So, if you want to enjoy practicing a musical instrument, you want to enjoy developing that skill, Keep those 4 things in mind. Number 1, pay attention to what's going on. Number 2, listen to yourself, inside yourself, not the sound that's coming out of the instrument. Number 3, learn to enjoy your mistakes. And number 4, take risks. I think if you try those 4 things, you may find that your experience is going to be dramatically different. All right, thanks for listening. If you want to hear more of what I have to say about practicing, about mindfulness in music, check out my website, selfdefinedmusician.com. All right, thanks for listening.